Hello, I'm Joyce Ibarra. I'm the Director of Grant Operations at the Weingart Foundation.
Hello, hola, I'm Patricia Watkins, Program Officer here at Weingart Foundation.
In this conversation, we want to share with you a little bit about how we engage with our partners and why it's important to us to know how we are doing when it comes to connecting with community.
We'll speak a little bit about what we recently learned through the Center for Effective Philanthropy Grantee Perception Report, and we'll also provide insight on our approach to grant making. You can learn more about the survey findings on our website. You may hear us refer to these findings as GPR for Grantee Perception Survey Report.
So, to get us started, Patty, can you tell us some of the top line insights we learned from our partners through the GPR?
Our partners have shared that they value unrestricted multi-year grants for impact. They share that unrestricted, flexible, and multi-year funding is critical for building organizational capacity, improving outcomes and impact, providing financial stability, and enhancing their ability to respond to emerging needs and opportunities. Our grantees continue to encourage us to make these unrestricted and flexible grants larger and longer so that they can build towards long-term impact. Our partners also appreciate our commitment and focus on racial justice and our efforts to encourage other funders and peers to join us. Our partners have also given us constructive feedback. They say that there is an opportunity for the foundation to bring more clarity to its grant making process and to further deepen its connection to community partners.
So, as a program officer, you have direct insight on working with our partners. Can you walk us through some of the ways you stay connected to our nonprofits and how that has evolved over the past 2 years, 2 or 3 years?
Yeah, so staying connected with our nonprofit partners outside of the grant review process has been essential to building authentic partnerships. And by connection, I mean a human connection where all are seen and valued. Essential to this is seeing our nonprofit leaders in their full humanity and not just as producers of outcomes and impact. They are real people. We care enough about them to ask how they are doing, how their families and loved ones are doing. It is also just as important for me as a grant maker to show up as my full self. For example, I've introduced my children on a Zoom screen during the height of the pandemic, as I too was a struggling working parent. The foundation hires program officers with lived experience that is like the communities we serve. For example, I am an Inland Empire resident, and as a program officer for this region, I have a deeply vested interest in connecting to and supporting the change makers that are working to make the IE a better place for us all. Another way I stay connected is to improve my ability to show up for our partners. Increasingly, I'm attending more community events. I'm making myself more available to serve as a thought partner and a connector. The foundation's relationship to its grantees has certainly evolved over the years. Often communication and connection were primarily related to the grant review and closing process in what seemed like a transactional relationship. Since we work to listen to our partners and to learn and grow, today our relationship to grantees are becoming more and more meaningful and authentic. Though our capacity to meet and eventually find new partners is limited, these are the ways that we form new relationships. So the primary way we meet new groups these days is through referrals from our existing grantees. We also connect with new organizations at community events. Program officers are increasingly attending community events and proactively introducing themselves to new groups. Our website is also a good way to connect with us. Organizations should feel free to call or email us. So, who is eligible for Weingart funding? Well, our focus is on grassroots, BIPOC-led organizations and coalitions that build community power and or provide critical services in impacted communities. These BIPOC-led entities would demonstrate substantial work or presence in at least one of our 5 Southern California counties: Los Angeles, Orange, Riverside, San Bernardino, and Ventura. They would demonstrate a commitment to racial equity, diversity, and inclusion in governance, staffing, organizational practices, and collaborative relationships. They would have clients, constituents, and individuals most impacted by inequities being engaged in meaningful leadership and decision making roles within their organizations. These BIPOC entities would also demonstrate evidence of effectively engaging in partnerships, collaborations, coalitions, or networks to advance shared community goals, particularly around systems change and our multiracial, ethnic organizing and advocacy efforts, and to leverage resources and increase impact of their work.
Thank you, Patty, for joining me in this conversation and for helping share with viewers some of the ways we self evaluate and take feedback to build on and strengthen our process and the criteria you just shared about our grant making. Once again, if viewers would like to learn more about our grantee perception survey findings, please visit our website at weingartfnd.org. Thank you very much.